guys, this is Christy Fulk with Create with Christy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S. Well, I'm back with another one of my 12 weeks of fall and Halloween for 2023. This is week number 2, and it's another Halloween project. And this one features the Trick or Treats bundle that's in the September to December mini catalog for 2023. Now, if you're watching this before September 6th, then it's not available, but this is a sneak peek. But I wanted to make these so that way, if you really like this, make sure you make your wish list now. That way you're all ready when the catalog goes live on September 6th and you can place your order right away. So this one is a oldie but a goodie. It's a Matchbox treat bag. And here I'll show you how it works. You just take the belly band off, open it up, and there's a little thing of M&Ms inside. So if you'd like to make this along with me, just look down the video description below and click on that blog post link. And you'll find the supply list, and you'll also find the dimensions of the paper, so you can get all that stuff together and come make this with me. And if you don't have anything, if you want to place that order and don't have a demonstrator of your own, and you live in the United States, just click on the online store link below in the video description as well, so you can place your order. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first off, I want to show you the bundle I'm using from the September to December mini catalog. This is the Tricks and Treats bundle, and there are 2 sheets of dies in the set, and you can make a little bag, and I will show you how to do that in another 12 weeks of fall and Halloween. But this time I wanted to make that matchbook box. So these are what come with it. I love this little ghost. I can see him die cutting him with that glow-in-the-dark paper we have. That would be so cute. But that's going to be on another project, I promise. So right now with the stamps, all I need, I'm going to do Frankenstein. So I need his face, well, his head, and then his face. And then with this, with the dies, I need this one here. And I need the boo. So I think I've got that on my other sheet. Yes, I do. So those are all the stamps and dies that you need. And let's go ahead and get started with some stamping. Okay, this project has very little stamping. All I need is my piece of basic white that's a 2.5 by 2.5 inch square. I'm going to first grab my Lemon Lime Twist ink pad and grab the Frankenstein head. Get that inked up real well. I'm going to stamp him near the center. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to die cut him out. Hold it down for a few seconds. There I have my nice image there. Let's go ahead and close this because I'm all done with it. And I'm going to grab my Tuxedo Black Memento pad and his face. Let's ink this up. Okay. You know what? I find it's a little easier if I do this and twist. I'd forgotten that part. Because it tends, you can kind of tell it's inking it up a little better. And then I'm going to tap on it to get the lines out of there. And just line him up here. I'm going to look at the top of his head to get him lined up. Because these go above his ear, so I'm not lining up his ear. So I'm just looking at the very top. Make sure I've got this lined up. And make sure those little screws that are in his head are right up against the edges. Hold that down for a few seconds. And there we go. We have our Frankenstein. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up and put this to the side. And actually, let's get our die cutting done. So go ahead and get your die cutting machine out. Okay, to get my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine ready for die cutting, I've got my base plate number 1, platform then the die plate number 2, and a standard cutting plate number 3. I'm going to grab my little Frankenstein here and grab the die. And there, that looks pretty good. It's wrapped around his face. I don't see any white around the edges, so that means I've got it lined up good. And then I want to grab a piece of basic black cardstock. That you can just get a scrap piece, but this one happens to be a 1 3/4 by 1 inch piece. And then get the boo on there. Then I'm going to grab another standard cutting plate to put on top. And we'll run this through. Okay, and that is actually all the die cutting we need to do on this one. And in case you didn't know, this is Post-it tape that I use. You could also use Post-it notes and just use the adhesive part of it. So there's the Frankenstein. That adhesive comes up so much easier on the cardstock, and you don't have to worry about it tearing. And then here's the little boo. All the pieces are just falling out, and the boo's ready to go. So let's go ahead and get the die cutting machine out of the way, and then I'll show you how to make this matchbox. Okay, now I'm going to be using my Simply Scored scoring tool. You can also use a paper trimmer that has a scoring blade. I'm going to have a piece of basic black. This is an 8.5 by 3 inch piece. With an 8.5 side along the top, I'm going to get this all the way up in the corner. Make sure the edges are right up against this lip here. I'm going to grab the stylus that comes with this. It's a 2-tip stylus. The wider one is for DSP and paper like that, and the narrower one is for cardstock. So I'm going to do my 3/4 inch right here. That's the first score line. And the second one is at 4 3/4. So it's 3/4 and 4 3/4. And that's all the scoring we need to do. Okay, now that this is scored, I want to fold it. That's fold along the score line. So that's a burnishing. I said that in my last video. So I'm going to turn this over because the valleys are the outside of the fold and the mountains are the inside. So I want the mountains facing up. I'm going to fold this one first and use my bone folder. Make sure I get that good crease. Then we've got this last one, and I'll put it like so. Okay, so I know these are going to be the front of my project. So let's go ahead and put this here. I'm going to grab a piece of DSP. This is from the Them Bones DSP again. And when I say DSP, it's Designer Series paper. Now the front piece is 2 3/4 by 3.5. And I know it's going to be going this way. I want to make sure I have my bats upright. I don't want those upside down. They'll look a little funny. So I'm going to turn this over. Get my adhesive on here. Oop, I need some up here in the corner. It didn't happen. This color looks so good on here, and don't worry, we're going to be using some of that too. That's the Starry Sky color. Now, if you're worried that you're going to get it upside down, just fold it the way it's going to be, and this is going to be the front, so now I know I've got them in the right place. Put that right there. And then I need to take a piece that's just a little bit bigger. This is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. This is going to be the back. Go ahead and get some adhesive on here. And then this will just go right here in the center. Okay, now that we've got these two pieces on, we're going to turn this over, fold that flap up. I'm going to grab another piece of the DSP. This is the same paper, but I'm going to be using this side. This is a 2 3/4 by 1/2 inch piece. I'm going to put some adhesive along here. You could probably just go down the whole thing. It's okay if you don't though. And this is just going to go right in the center. I'm keeping that little flap folded up. That way I know I've definitely got it in the right place. Okay, I didn't want to put it on this side by accident. This is the side I want. Now we want this to stay folded up. And the easiest way to do that is put a staple in it. So I'm going to grab my big stapler. I've lost my little one. And I want the staple to kind of be right here, close to the center and above the bottom edge of the DSP, just by a little bit. I don't want up too high. There we go. So that way I can get my M&Ms to go in there. So it keeps this up, but it keeps these sides open, which helps to be able to put that in there. Because if I were to glue these, they might be a little too narrow for some of the candies. So that just works out perfect. And this can go right underneath, just like a regular matchbook would. Okay? Now we're going to decorate this, but I'm going to be using a belly band. Actually, take that back. Let's go ahead and grab the Boo die cut. I'm going to go ahead and put that on right now. And I'm going to turn it over, grab some of this glue. I think it's just a little easier. You could use seal if you wanted to, but I think with using the multi-purpose glue, that makes it so I don't have any adhesive showing through those holes or the openings of the Boo. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll put it here near the top and add an angle. There we go. Hold that down for a few seconds so the glue soaks in. And now it's attached really good. Now we're going to start doing some decorating with the Frankenstein. I'm going to grab a piece of DSP. This is another one from the Them Bones DSP. It's a 7 inch by 1 inch piece. And I'm going to be putting these together like so. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and grab my M&Ms. They were going to stick right in here. This is going to make it so I know how thick or how tight to do this belly band. So put the candy in that you're planning on using. Get it back under there again because that gives it the right width here. So that way I know the way I'm going to do this. So I'm going to put this close to the center, wrap it around a little snug, but not real tight, just enough that it'll stay in place, okay? And that then fold them just a little bit. They're just kind of curved. That's going to help me know how tight to make this. So I'm going to take this end, and because it's a belly band, I don't want it popping up. So I'm going to grab my Seal Plus and put a strip right across here. And this, what we can do, we can put it around here again to make sure we've got it right. There's the adhesive on this side. Lay this down and just get them lined up. There we go. Now it's all lined up and it's on there snug, but it can still go up and down. You don't want it too snug because you still want to be able to go over the little embellishments you're going to have on here. Okay, so that's off. I'm going to grab my Frankenstein. And I want him to be popped up just a little bit. You can use either the black or the white dimensionals. It doesn't matter. And I'm just going to put him right across the middle. Just 2 of them. Because he's much bigger than the width of this. That way I'll just have him right on there and there won't be any dimensionals showing from the top and bottom. So go ahead and take the adhesive off of here. And I'm going to cover up where those ends meet. That's why I put it on the front, because this little guy is going to cover him all up. I'm trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing. Get my hand out of the way. Okay, that looks good. Let's lay it down. And the dimensionals are inside the belly band, so I don't have to worry about that. So the belly band is all done, so I can just put him back on here. But then I wanted to put some of those really neat glow-in-the-dark embellishments on there. So here they are. These are the ghosts and bats. I'm going to put a couple little bats on here. I'm going to put one if I can get hold of it. Oops. I need to get a little putty out here, but first we'll go ahead and put this one on before I lose it. I'm going to put one down here. Okay. Some of that putty's getting dry, so I'll get some new out. I'm going to put another bat right about here near the top. And then I want a little ghost on there too. I like the ghost. So he's going to be down here on the bottom little strip. And that is it. Isn't that cute? So these you could whip out really, really fast just to decorate a little M&M bag or a Reese's Pieces bag, whichever you want to do. See, it just comes right off. And because I put this down near the top, the cardstock is curving down because of all the M&Ms are here, making it fatter here. So that's why this belly band can go over that without knocking that off. Bring this back down so you can see it all back together again. So let me bring in my original. And I hope you enjoyed my second 12 Weeks of Fall and Halloween project. And I'll be back again next Friday with another one. These will show up every Friday until November 10th. November 10th will be the last. The first 6 weeks will be the Halloween projects. That way you'll have a full month to make your Halloween projects if you want to make any of these before Halloween. And then the last 6 weeks will be for fall projects. So hope you enjoyed this video. And if you'd like to stamp along with me again, please click on that subscribe button below. And then when the bell icon pops up, make sure you click on that and then select all. That way YouTube will notify you every time I upload a video or go live. And I do a live every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, if you live in the United States and do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would love to be yours. And I'd love to send out your first set of catalogs to you for free. So here's the annual catalog, and this is the mini catalog that the Tricks and Treats bundle came out of. And like I said, this one starts September 6th of 2023, but I'd be happy to mail one out to you. So just click the contact me link below in the video description and give me your mailing address and I'll get it mailed out to you right away. So here are the projects one more time. And thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions or you just want to comment below, I'd be happy to hear from you and I'll reply back, whether it's a question or just saying you like it. I love to interact with you guys. It's a lot of fun. And if you like the video, please like it too. I really appreciate your business and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.